So I've come to the conclusion that my banking system doesn't really, I do apologise for this, it doesn't really work. Let me explain. So basically I have several bank accounts for several different purposes. I split all my savings goals into actual online savings. So I have a savings account for Christmas and also for emergency funds and so on. However, a few things have happened. I tried to send this idea for a while, but I think it's going to work. So today the goal is to get everything sorted so that I can have a bit more success with my finances. But I've got to take the kids out. It's the summer holidays. We've been in the house for a few days. They're itching to get out, so we need to head out. Garden centre that we're going to head to. It closes in a couple of hours and it takes about 30 minutes to get there, but hopefully we'll get a little bit of time to play. So I'm just packing the changing bag now and some snacks. So I'm thinking to get a couple of bank cards. I'm thinking to get one for my groceries because that is one item that I spend a lot of money on when it comes to my overall budget. So anyway, let me get this bag packed. I'm starting to think this could be the alternative to the cash envelopes. Cash, it doesn't work for me. I just find it messy and fiddly. I do like the concept of having different envelopes for different purposes, whether it's like food, travel and so on. And then to go to one card which covers all the costs, it sort of doesn't make sense. Just come back from the garden centre and it was so much fun. Both the kids loved it, but we just stopped and grabbed some milkshakes. So I've just been thinking to do is I need to look at my budget and see how I'm going to group the cards up to match my budget. We've just got back now, so I'm going to have a quick look at some bank accounts online now and see what I can see. I think I've got the plan. Actually, let me get my budget plan. My budget here. So I've got my spending card and that can cover my petrol because that's like once a month cost, daughter, son items, maybe miscellaneous, no longer doing formula, school, clothing, household. I like to physically separate my money. I don't want it in an app where I can shuffle it from one to another. Unfortunately, it's too accessible for me. So I think what I'll do is I'm definitely getting a groceries one. I've already got my spending one. I'm going to apply for 2 accounts. But you know, before I start looking at bank accounts, because that isn't really fun, is it? I'm going to go grab a tea because I'm going to need one. So I'm just having a look and I've noticed that a lot of banks are talking about transferring your current account to themselves. And I really don't want to do that. I obviously want an additional account, and then it's just mentioning credit checks and I don't really want to have a credit check involved. But I remember a lady in the community mentioned a prepaid card, so I'm really considering looking into prepaid cards. I need to know like what the risks are, what the benefits are, and maybe this could be a path to go down. So let's do a bit more research. Just having a quick look at prepaid cards, and don't you ever find that it's like information overload? All these websites, it's like, which one do I trust, especially when it comes to finances? Yeah, so I've just discovered an article about prepaid cards, and it says if you're unable to get a bank account or you want a simple way to limit your spending, that's exactly what I want. I think I may open prepaid card rather than a debit card, or maybe I could do both. Maybe I could have one debit card and one prepaid card, because at the end of the day I want to have 2 cards anyway. So just read a really interesting article on a money saving expert, and I think I'm going to go with a club card pay. I've already got a club card anyway, so I'm going to give this a go and just see. It's not as straightforward as like a debit card, but it's still very secure. Just popped back out because I'm about to get the weekly grocery shop. I'm going to try and do a top up. I'm going to try and keep it under £30. this trolley. I'm trying to push it and it just keeps slanting